Hi, this is Chris Reddick with Chris Reddick Financial Planning. In this blog post, I talk about why you shouldn't take a lump sum of your pension. All right, so this is a question I often get is, should I take a lump sum, a partial lump sum, or some sort of payment, lump sum payment for your pension rather than get an annuity? So rather than get monthly lifetime income with perhaps a survivor's benefit and so forth. So someone might ask me, can you compare a lump sum payment to the annuity, so the monthly income? So the annuity is basically the monthly income that you would get when you retire with a pension. Okay, so that's kind of the question that I look at, and the context is in the private sector is that private sector corporations have virtually given up on providing defined benefit pension plans. So pension plans are kind of very rare, not found very much in the private sector. Maybe some big corporations they do still have them, but it's rare, and a lot of them are closing them down and then offering alternatives, right? But pensions are still very popular in education, so K through 12, and in higher education, government, federal, state, and local government. Okay, so pensions are actually very popular and growing. And my belief is a pension is an excellent way to save for retirement. So one of the worries that a lot of retirees face is, will I run out of money in retirement? Well, if you have a pension, you get the annuity from the pension, you get the monthly income, you're going to have that stream coming in for the rest of your retirement. Okay, so you don't have to worry about investing the money and then market timing, like markets going down when you want to pull out the money, and you've seen that in the past 6 months. So that's one of the major benefits. But a lot of people ask me is, should I do a lump sum and then compare the difference? And what I've generally found is that it really depends. Like, it depends on how long you're going to live for, right? And collect your retirement income. If you're certain that you're not going to live very long, maybe a lump sum makes sense. But the whole point of a pension is to protect against running out of money, right? So that's one of the risks that you don't have to worry about because the money will keep coming in. Now, pensions have different types of cost of living. Some have them, some don't, so that your money may start going down with inflation, right? So as the cost of living goes up and so forth. So you can look at all these online calculators that you can use to try to figure this out. So what is the break-even point of having a pension, and then how long would you have to live for before you kind of break even? So what I found is around 10 years or so, you'd have to start collecting, and then after 10 years you start breaking even. So if you live for like 30 years, then you'd definitely benefit a lot from the pension. If you live for less time, then you wouldn't benefit as much. But that's the whole point of a pension, is that you're pooling all these risks. So some people live longer, some people live shorter, and the idea is that the ones that live shorter fund the ones that live longer, and so forth, right? So there's actuarials that try to figure this out, and that's how pensions are funded, and they figure out the rate that they need to fund it by. But the bottom line is that the only problem with a lump sum is that it doesn't really solve this problem of the fear of running out of money, right? So plus you wouldn't get a survivor's benefit if you have a spouse, so they might get half of your pension, which would be great. So say you die younger, and then your spouse gets half of that, which is good, right? Of course. But I think a better solution is to look at it in terms of other ways of saving. And so have your pension, right? Definitely want to have the pension. And then you want to save beyond the pension. You want to save in a 403b, 457, a Roth IRA, or anything along those lines where it gives you an opportunity to save beyond the pension. I think a lot of people, they just think about the pension. I'm going to have a pension, I'm going to live on that, and so forth. But the reality is that it's not going to it's not going to replace what you earned. So maybe one half, 2/3, or even less of what you earn. Then you might get some Social Security as well. So you're probably going to have less. So you need to think more beyond that and save beyond your pension, right? So that's very, very important. That's what I tell a lot of folks, saving beyond the pension. So try to save around 20% of your income, right? If you can, 20%. So try to use that as a goal. Okay, so the bottom line is I think that pensions are great, right? So take advantage of it. So it's kind of disappearing, right? Private sector doesn't want the liability and the responsibility. So in government, you should take advantage of it and then also save in other retirement vehicles. So very, very important. So reach out to me if you want to talk about how to maximize pensions and other retirement savings. Have a great day.